Hi everyone, Rachel Gray here. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you're here. Please hit that subscribe button before we get started because today we have a juicy video. It's episode 7 of my journey to singularity, you guys. I have been putting off making this video because so much has happened and my life has been a whirlwind. If you're new, the point of this is because I was in relationships for most of my life and I decided to take a year off to focus on myself and build a relationship with myself. So this is a 12-part series. We're on episode 7. We usually discuss how the last month has been. It's gonna be like how the last month and a half, almost 2 months have been. I had a very big disappointment. It was huge, and it was hard, just like any disappointment is. It's hard. But I, in this journey, had to deal with the disappointment alone, and somehow it felt empowering. The reason it felt empowering is because it was my disappointment and I didn't really have to bring anyone into it. I had to be responsible for my own sadness, for my own feelings. And it was my first time really having a major life event that was a disappointment without a partner. And I kind of liked it. It was kind of freedom because I could have any emotional response I wanted without feeling responsible for letting someone into that. So it was completely mine. And of course I shared with my friends, selectively as I wanted to, but I didn't have someone who was responsible to kind of share my emotions and feelings with. So that was good. And then when I finally felt ready, I was able to be resilient and move forward. So that was it, It was big, it was monumental for me, but I moved forward. I turned 28 years old, you guys. Single and 28. So if you watch the series, then a couple months ago, like 8 months ago, I looked like the type of person who would be scared of being 28 and single. But because of doing this journey intentionally, I've gotten to the place where I'm 28, single, and at peace. I value my peace above all things. And if a relationship is not right, it's not going to bring you peace. So honestly, I'm at the place, and I can say this transparently and honestly, I'm at the place where if there is no relationship ever, I will be okay with that because I found peace alone. And I am extremely proud to be here, to be at 8 months of this journey and to get to the place where I can say I'm comfortable being single. I am all right if I never have a relationship, because that's where I wanted to be. I wanted to be okay with being alone. So yeah, I'm really glad I'm here. I developed a crush, you guys. A crush. I feel like I'm 10 years old. A crush. I was extremely upset with myself, to be honest. I felt like I was cheating on myself. Nothing happened, I'm not in a relationship. I'm still single. But it was how could you dare have a crush? And I literally started journaling. And you guys, if you haven't seen my episode on how I'm dealing with just getting to know myself, a big part of it has been journaling. And I have a video coming, as I've been promising, on my technique in journaling. Thought I was cheating on myself. That's where I was. I thought I was cheating on myself. And I was like, how could you do that? So I was journaling about it. And I got to the place where I'm like, girl, you're human. You're not a robot. You have feelings. How do you expect to have all this time away from the opposite sex and not have a crush? Are you okay? you know, like, are you okay in the head? You know what I mean? And so I felt a little better. And then I saw that I wasn't cheating on myself. I saw that, like, literally this can only be dangerous if I don't set boundaries, if I'm not transparent with the other person to be like, hey, like, you know, I'm doing this journey and I am not available for anything else except for being like friends at this point. So yeah, I mean, I also saw it as a place of healing too, because coming in, it was so hard for me to like interact with the other sex because I was hurt and I was like healing, and I just wasn't at the place to interact or have any type of feelings for anyone. I was just like closed off. And so this was great because it really was a time for me to be like, oh wow, you've healed to the point where you can actually communicate and have a feeling with someone of the opposite sex. So I saw that as a positive, actually. Overall, this entire month, I would say that something that has been a constant, and I feel has been a constant, is feeling as though I've been being tested. Like, I've had all of this opportunity for growth and development and becoming better and becoming my best self. And this month and a half has been like situations just thrown in my path. And it's like, Rachel, who are you going to put first? Are you going to put yourself first? Or are you going to put someone else, or this disappointment, or anything that I might have encountered? Like, how are you going to deal with the situation? Are you going to take what you learned during these 8 months and do something different? Or are you going to continue doing what you have been doing your entire life? Like, are you going to take what you've learned and be the person that you know you can be? And I will say that immediately in the moment, it was hard to be the person I'm training myself to be. Honestly, it was hard. But through the skills I've developed to become my best self, which are journaling, exercise, everything that I do, and I list those in my previous video, I was able to fall back on those things, reevaluate, and say, no. Let me set a boundary, or let me do this differently. Let me put myself first, in order to come away from the situation and do something and become someone different. And again, I am proud of myself because I see change. I see that I'm not following the same pattern that I've had my entire life, which is what I'm trying to do. This is the point of this journey. It's not to like be a man hater and say I hate men. It's to really get to know myself and to become like the best version that I can be. And so I can say 8 months in, I see change and I appreciate that change. And I'm thankful for that change. Before I go, I will just say over this past month and a half, I've seen something. I've seen that you're going to be thrown the same lesson over and over and over until you do something different. Like, you're going to get the same lesson. And it's just about you making the decision of whether or not you'd like to continue down the same path that you've always taken and continue with your self-destructive behavior, or are you going to use what you've learned and be someone different? Be someone who you can respect. That's what I've learned. So guys, that's it for now. I will be back with episode 8, you guys, and tell you all about what happens next month. You never know. Anyways, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate you. Bye, guys.